Tired of wrestling with heavy gallon jugs or waiting forever for your fridge to dispense a measly cup of lukewarm water? Finding the perfect home water cooler can completely upgrade your daily hydration routine. Today, I am breaking down the top home water coolers on the market to help you find the exact right fit for your kitchen, office, or home gym. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which dispenser is worth your hard-earned money and which highly rated model actually has a fatal flaw you need to avoid. 7. Housiwill Countertop Water Dispenser. Finding a place for it was incredibly easy, as it slides right onto most standard counters without demanding a massive amount of dedicated floor space. The initial setup was straightforward, and I had it unboxed and plugged in within a matter of minutes, ready to see how it handled daily hydration duties. The top loading mechanism is fairly standard, requiring you to lift and flip the heavy bottle into the receptacle. While the seating collar does a decent job of guiding the bottleneck, I noticed that the overall stability felt a little lacking once a full 5-gallon jug was perched on top of this lightweight plastic base. It feels slightly top-heavy, which made me a bit nervous whenever I bumped the counter while cooking. Testing the temperature settings revealed the first significant letdown of this unit. The cold water function relies on electronic cooling rather than a traditional compressor, meaning it takes an agonizingly long time to chill down after a fresh bottle is loaded. Even when it reaches its maximum cooling potential, the water dispenses at a mildly cool temperature rather than the crisp, icy refreshment you really want on a hot summer day. The dispensing mechanism itself also leaves a lot to be desired in terms of everyday convenience. The push buttons on top feel quite flimsy, and the actual flow rate of the water is frustratingly slow. If you're just grabbing a quick sip, it might not bother you, but filling up a large sports bottle or a cooking pot takes entirely too long and requires you to hold the button down with uncomfortable pressure. Ultimately, while the Housiwill offers a space-saving design for those living in cramped dorms or tiny apartments, the performance compromises are hard to ignore. The weak cooling system, slow flow rate, and somewhat cheap build quality make it difficult to rely on as a primary hydration station for a busy household. It functions in a pinch, but there are far more capable options available. 6. Euhomy Bottom Loading Water Cooler Dispenser. The cabinet door swings open easily, and sliding the bottle onto the internal ramp and inserting the suction probe was a completely painless process. From an ergonomic standpoint, it makes replacing empty jugs a breeze, even for those who struggle with the heavy weights. Aesthetically, this cooler looks quite sleek and modern in a kitchen or office setting. The stainless steel accents give it a premium appearance from across the room, and the indicator lights are bright and clearly display when the unit is actively chilling or heating. It blends in nicely with other modern appliances and doesn't immediately look like a bulky piece of industrial equipment sitting in your home. However, once I started using it heavily, the drawbacks became impossible to ignore. The internal water pump, which draws the water up from the bottom bottle to the dispensing tanks, is incredibly loud. Every time you dispense a glass of water, the pump kicks on with a loud, vibrating hum that echoes through the room, making it highly disruptive if you have it placed near a living room or a quiet home office. Beyond the noise of the pump, the compressor itself also cycles on frequently and with a noticeable rumble. During my testing, I found that the machine struggled to maintain its cold temperatures without constantly running the compressor, leading to a near constant background drone. Additionally, the drip tray is surprisingly shallow, meaning that any accidental spills or overfills immediately result in water pooling onto your floor if you don't wipe it up instantly. While the bottom loading convenience is fantastic and the water temperatures are adequate when fully heated or chilled, the noise pollution generated by the Euhomy makes it a tough pill to swallow. If you are placing it in a busy, loud environment like a garage, it might be fine, but for quiet household use, the constant humming and pumping sounds are a major distraction. 5. Frigidaire EFWC498. Unboxing this unit gave me an immediate sense of reliability, as the build quality feels distinctly solid and well-engineered. The plastic housing is thick and durable, and the entire unit sits firmly on the floor without any of the wobbling I experienced with the earlier Countertop model. The top loading design features a spill-proof puncture system that works flawlessly. When you invert the new bottle, the internal prong cleanly pierces the cap, completely eliminating those chaotic, splashing water spills that often accompany cheaper top loaders. I tested this with several different bottle brands, and the seal was tight and secure every single time, giving me great peace of mind. Performance-wise, the Frigidaire really starts to show the difference a quality compressor makes. The cold water is genuinely frigid, dispensing at a wonderfully refreshing temperature that rivals water straight from a refrigerator on its coldest setting. The hot water feature is equally impressive, reaching their boiling temperatures rapidly, making it perfect for instant oatmeal, hot cocoa, or steeping a perfect cup of tea. The dispensing paddles are intuitive and responsive, requiring just a gentle press with your cup to activate the water flow. The flow rate is strong and steady, allowing you to fill a large glass in seconds. I also appreciated the child safety lock on the hot water paddle, which requires a deliberate two-step motion to activate, ensuring that curious little hands won't accidentally dispense scalding water. Overall, the Frigidaire EFWC498 is a workhorse that gets all the fundamentals exactly right. It lacks the fancy bottom loading convenience, but it makes up for it with sheer reliability, excellent temperature control, and a sturdy build. It is a fantastic middle-of-the-pack option for anyone who wants a dependable, no-nonsense water cooler that simply works perfectly every single day. 4. Euhomy Hot and Cold Water Dispenser. This unit feels like a significant upgrade in terms of internal engineering and overall operational refinement. The setup was effortless, and the sleek black and silver design gave my testing space an instant modern upgrade. What immediately stood out to me during my daily use was how exceptionally quiet this specific model is. Unlike the previous unit, the high-efficiency compressor in this Euhomy operates with barely a whisper. You can sit right next to it reading a book, and you will barely notice when the cooling cycle kicks on, making it an absolutely perfect choice for a home office or a quiet kitchen environment. The temperature consistency is remarkable. Throughout my testing, whether I was pulling a single glass or filling a massive pitcher, the cold water remained icy and the hot water stayed steaming. It recovers its temperatures incredibly fast between uses, meaning you never have to settle for lukewarm water even if someone else just filled their bottle right before you. The physical interface is excellent, featuring push-button controls located on the top of the machine rather than paddles. This ergonomic choice means you don't have to bend over to see what you are doing, and the buttons have a satisfying tactile click. The dispensing area is also generously tall, easily accommodating my largest travel mugs and sports bottles without having to tilt them at awkward angles. This Euhomy model hits an incredible sweet spot between price, silent operation, and consistent performance. It proves that a traditional top-loading design can still feel incredibly premium when engineered with care. It is a highly recommended option for families who want reliable, silent performance without breaking the bank. 3. Brio Bottom Loading Water Cooler Dispenser. The moment I took it out of the box, the heavy-duty stainless steel cabinet and incredibly sleek lines made it clear this was a high-end appliance. Sliding the water bottle into the bottom cabinet was remarkably smooth, and the heavy-duty pump system connected with a satisfying, secure click. What blew me away during testing was the tri-temperature dispensing system. Having the option for crisp cold, piping hot, and perfectly room temperature water is a game changer for daily hydration and cooking. The room temperature option is fantastic for those who have sensitive teeth or prefer to chug water quickly after a heavy workout without the brain freeze. The internal mechanics are superb. The pump draws water up silently and efficiently, completely avoiding the loud vibrating hum found in lesser bottom loaders. The flow rate is the fastest I have tested so far, filling a giant water bottle in a matter of seconds. You spend less time standing at the cooler and more time enjoying your perfectly tempered water. Maintenance on this Brio model is an absolute dream. It features a removable, dishwasher-safe drip tray that catches any stray drops, and the exterior stainless steel is surprisingly resistant to fingerprints and smudges. A quick wipe down with a microfiber cloth once a week was all it took to keep it looking brand new throughout my rigorous testing period. Earning its spot at number 3, this Brio bottom loader is a luxurious, high-performing machine. It entirely solves the heavy lifting problem while delivering whisper-quiet operation and versatile temperature options. It feels like a commercial-grade office cooler cleverly disguised as a beautiful home appliance. 2. Igloo Bottom Loading Water Cooler. The aesthetics are striking, featuring a minimalist black and stainless steel design that looks incredibly high-end. Loading the bottle into the base felt exceptionally secure, with a sturdy door hinge and a high-quality suction probe that feels built to last for decades. The chilling power of this Igloo cooler is virtually unmatched. The compressor utilizes advanced cooling technology that brought the water down to a frosty, teeth-chattering temperature faster than any other model in the lineup. If you are an absolute fanatic about drinking ice-cold water, this machine delivers a level of chill that legitimately rivals water poured over actual ice cubes. Despite this intense cooling power, the machine remains shockingly quiet. I had to physically put my ear against the side of the cabinet to confirm the compressor was running. This silent operation, combined with the incredibly fast heating element for the hot water side, makes it an absolute joy to use throughout the day, whether I was making my morning coffee or grabbing a midnight glass of water. The user interface is thoughtfully designed, featuring high-mounted push buttons that are easy to reach and clearly labeled. The dispensing alcove is brilliantly illuminated by a soft LED nightlight, making it effortless to fill a glass in the dark without turning on the harsh kitchen overhead lights. The child safety lock on the hot button is also highly intuitive, requiring a simple slide and press motion. The Igloo bottom loading cooler very nearly took the top spot. It is a flawless machine that offers silent operation, stunning design, and the coldest water I have ever tested from a dispenser. It is a premium investment that will radically elevate your daily water consumption and look fantastic while doing it. 1. Brio Top Loading Water Cooler Dispenser. During my extensive testing, this model consistently outperformed every other unit in pure reliability, speed, and durability. The construction is incredibly robust, featuring a heavy-duty frame and high-grade plastics that feel completely indestructible. While it does require lifting the bottle, the spill-proof receptacle is the best engineered on the market. It grips the bottle neck so securely that there is zero wobble, creating an airtight seal that completely prevents leaks and ensures a perfectly smooth draw of water. It takes the only real downside of top loaders and mitigates it with brilliant engineering. The temperature control is absolute perfection. The cold water is consistently frigid, and the hot water is genuinely scalding, making it the only cooler on this list that I completely trust for brewing delicate teas or making instant soups without them tasting lukewarm. The internal thermostats maintain these extreme temperatures flawlessly, no matter how many times a day the machine is used. What truly sets this Brio apart is the sheer speed and power of its dispensing valves. The water flows out in a thick, powerful stream that fills containers faster than you would think possible. The mechanical paddles are heavy-duty and satisfying to press, providing a tactile, secure feeling that electronic buttons simply cannot match. It feels like a piece of professional restaurant equipment. For the absolute best combination of bulletproof durability, flawless temperature maintenance, and lightning-fast dispensing, the Brio Top Loading Water Cooler stands entirely uncontested. It is a masterclass in appliance design, stripping away unnecessary gimmicks to provide the most reliable, satisfying hydration experience possible. If you want the absolute best cooler for your home, this is the one to buy.